Hello students, let us continue the topic force and pressure. Increasing pressure. The effect of pressure can be increased by increasing the thrust or by decreasing the area of the surface of the body experiencing the thrust. Let us see some examples. The axe, nail, injection needle, etc. All these are having sharp fine edges so as to exert a large pressure on a smaller area of the body in order to get the maximum effect from them. It is very difficult to walk on sand, but camels can walk easily on it because they have large padded feet which increases the area of contact with the sandy ground. This reduces the pressure and enables them to walk easily on the sand. More number of wheels are provided for a heavy goods carrier for decreasing the pressure, thereby increasing the area of contact on the road. Broader straps are provided on a backpack for giving a lower pressure on the shoulders by providing a larger area of contact with the shoulder. It is difficult to drive an automobile which has flattened tires. Let us see what is atmosphere. We all know very well that air fills the space all around us. This envelope of air is called atmosphere. It extends up to many kilometers above the surface of the earth. All objects on the surface of the earth experience the thrust or force due to this atmosphere. Atmospheric pressure. The amount of force or weight of the atmospheric air that acts downward on unit surface area of the surface of the earth is known as atmospheric pressure. It can be measured using the device called barometer. The barometer was invented by Torricelli. Atmospheric pressure decreases with altitude from the surface of the earth. Atmospheric pressure can be measured by the height of the mercury column in a barometer. The height of the mercury column denotes atmospheric pressure at that place at a given time in millimeter of mercury. Even if you tilt the tube at various angles, you will see that the level of mercury will not vary. At sea level, the height of the mercury column is around 76 centimeter or 760 millimeter. The pressure exerted by this mercury column is considered as the pressure of magnitude 1 atmosphere, and it is represented as ATM. So, 1 atmospheric pressure is equal to pressure exerted by the mercury column of height 76 centimeter in the barometer, which has the value 1.01 into 10 power 5 Newton per meter square. In the SI system, 1 ATM is equal to 1 lakh Pascal. So, the SI unit of atmospheric pressure is Newton per meter square or Pascal. Let us see forces in liquids. An upward force is exerted by water on a floating or partially submerged body. This upward force is called buoyant force. This phenomenon is known as buoyancy. This force is not only exerted by liquids but also by gases. Liquids and gases together are called fluids. This upward force decides whether an object will sink or float. If the weight of the object is less than the upward force, then the object will float. If not, it will sink. A body floats if the buoyant force is greater than its weight. A body sinks if its buoyant force is less than weight. Pressure exerted by liquids. Normally, liquids do not have a definite shape. The force acting on unit area of the surface on which the liquid is placed is called the static pressure of the liquid. Liquids exert a pressure not only on the base of this container or vessel but also on its side walls. The pressure exerted by a liquid depends upon the depth of the point of observation considered in it. This is the instrument used to measure the difference in the liquid pressure is called manometer. You can measure the pressure of fluids enclosed in a definite container using the manometer. Pressure exerted by a liquid on the base of a container depends upon the height of the liquid column. Liquids exert the same pressure in all directions at a given depth. Liquid pressure varies with the depth. See this picture. The water comes out from all the holes with the same force and falls on the ground at the same distance from the bottle. This denotes liquid exert the same pressure in all directions at a given depth in their container. See this picture. The water comes out from all the holes with a different force and falls on the ground, since the points are at variable distances from the bottle. Water from the lowest hole comes out with the greatest force and falls on the ground, is at the maximum distance from the bottle. Water from the topmost hole comes out with the least force and falls on the ground, and it has the minimum distance from the bottle. So it confirms that the pressure in the liquid varies with the depth of the point of observation. Thank you, children.